Hi, I'm Talon, and we're back with some more Star Trek Judgement Rites. Now, last time, if you remember, I completely failed. Completely and utterly. I was relieved of command. That's how bad I went. Relieved of command. Because of my horrible choices. Because I don't know how to do geometric puzzles. That still bugs me. I still don't understand what the solution is. I have no idea. But hopefully I can get past it. Because I now have a walkthrough that is written in English, where it says, look for this specific looking thing and do this specific action with this specific character. I'm like, okay, that's the walkthrough I need. Not, use Spock on machine. What does that mean? That could mean literally anything. I don't know where I am. So hopefully this is the last time. I say that every time. I literally say this every time. That, oh, this will be the last time no, it won't be. It won't be the last time I use a walkthrough. It's old, it's confusing, it's buggy. I don't know if there's like interaction bugs like there was with the 25th anniversary where I was clicking on the cables but I thought it was the control panel which caused the explosion in the brig, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Despite using a walkthrough, I'm having fun. It's enjoyable, it's interesting, you know, like it's fun going through with the original series again. You know, like they can't do that anymore. You know? I mean, there hasn't been anything done with the original series in decades now, just because the actors are so old, and obviously a lot of them have unfortunately passed away. So there isn't really much that can be done, but to go back to the original series, you know, with the early days of Star Trek and gaming and television, it's amazing. But yeah, hopefully this time I don't end up seeing, I think it was like 15 dudes with spears who suddenly appear, which is really weird. I don't know where they came from, but it was definitely weird. I was like, Chuck's like, oh, they're intruders, Captain. I'm like, ah, okay, I'll just shoot them, and then there's like 15 of them. I'm sorry, what? Anyways, less yapping, more playing. Let's go. I don't know where I saved it, honestly. I know I did save it. I definitely saved it. Just don't remember where.
Load a previously saved game.
I love this. I don't have to watch the Alexander blow up every single time. Where am I?
We got hit with a power surge. It's interfering with sensors and we might have some trouble locking onto you.
Well, if we intend on taking our shore leave with the rest of the crew, we'd better find out what's causing that power surge.
Okay, what's in my inventory? Absolutely nothing. Okay. So I need to use Spock instead on this door. Because this takes me to the room with all the items on the floor. Right? Yes, here we go. Okay. Let's start scanning.
A high-pressure device for joining two objects. A high-pressure device.
Okay.
This unit is manufacturing miniature broadcast circuitry.
And this
There
one.
are still several batteries in the... This unit is manufacturing electrochemical energy.
In English, Spock?
That was English, Captain.
I think he means uncharged batteries, Jim.
This machine seems to be controlling the manufacturing units.
Just start scanning everything.
An optically controlled switch meant to be...
Yeah, it's a switch. It's a box. Some cables.
Readings indicate... Fascinating, Captain. Yet another grouping of shapes. Note the...
Alright, that's the shapes.
This is an interface... Optical interface cable. The tricorder shows this to be a...
Okay. So now Spock is gonna go...
The tricorder shows this to be...
Oh no, that's right, I have to pick it up.
Spock, what do you make of the screen?
This is a computer display module.
And he'll pick it up.
Spock, what do you make of these?
This This appears to be a set of
Then we pick up the
Spock, what kind of interface?
interface joining
a bridge
thingy.
unit for use.
That's the one, the bridge unit.
Spock, any idea what?
Pick up the strange box. Where's they running this?
The cube contains.
Spock, is that a switch?
Yes, a.
Okay. So then, now I need to pick up batteries.
The bin contains small plastic discs.
Probably should hang on to it.
Illogical. Captain, these items appear to be configured.
Why don't you see what you?
That would seem.
Then we put them in the hopper.
This is a very specialized pressure device, Captain.
Well, I think it looks like a button maker. Can it make me a badge that says if man was meant to transport, his atoms would already be scattered?
Possibly, Doctor. But after pressure application, it would be unlikely you would be capable of reading much.
You're not a lot of fun, Spock.
I did not realize that was part of my job requirement.
I missed
Doctor.
this dialogue.
Is it part of yours?
At times like this, yes.
The badges have been placed into the hopper, Captain.
And then battery.
The batteries have been placed into the device.
Then just give it a second.
Since we know this is a high pressure.
There we go.
What is that smell?
There is a chemical change due to.
Did I automatically pick it up? Yes, I did. Okay. So then Spock will use this door. Then we'll go through here. After walking backwards. Then we use the battery in this.
The badges change color.
I believe the units are now fully operational.
Hopefully these badges will help us with some of these force fields. We should each keep one of them with us while we're here.
We open this door. There we are, back where we were. I thought that door was opening. I'm like, hang on a minute, there's something coming through there. So we have Spock use the console.
This console is non-operational, Captain. However, I do believe the repair would be a simple matter given the.
Okay, so we use
I
the
fail to see the relevant.
screen on the control panel.
The computer is now functional. Fascinating.
I'm not sure I understand.
Nor I, Captain.
What purpose indeed? But
Why are you asking me?
Two other things, Captain.
that's only one.
True, Captain.
Not that I.
There is.
We'll just skip all that. And then we use the box.
It is now possible for me to shut down a force field.
Yes, I'm getting tired. No, let's look around a bit more first.
Let's look around a bit more first.
Save new replace.
By saving it.
I can shut down the unknown force field. Should I continue?
Yes, I don't care what it is. I want it off.
Captain, my attempt to turn off the force field has triggered some sort of computer activity. It is awaiting confirmation to bring a display up on the screen. Shall I confirm?
I don't know if that's a good idea. By all means, Spock. Curiosity may kill cats, but I'm hoping humans will fare a little better.
That's comforting, Jim.
This. Okay, so this. I just do not understand what I'm supposed to do, what's supposed to happen, or how it's supposed to work. However, this walkthrough next to me says... Where is it? Choose the diamond on the bottom line.
appears we have chosen correctly, Captain. The controls indicate that the force field has been dropped.
I don't know why that happened. I don't understand it. But that's what happened. That was the solution. Now I have to go deal with the Belcosian. Now, I admit last time I did shoot him. I felt kinda bad for him, but I did shoot him. Okay, so first of all, we're going to scan away. What is this?
Fascinating. This device siphons material from the other unit by way of the pipe overhead. It possesses the ability to move a substantial amount of material. Most interesting is that the material can be jettisoned up out of these caves into the ecosystem of the planet. It may be that the material in the vat is dangerous, and the builders wished to protect this complex from contamination.
But they didn't care about the planet, did they?
Apparently not the primary concern.
Tell that to the Balcos.
According to the studies from the Demeter, the Balcosi would not recognize speech.
I believe Bones was speaking figuratively, Spock.
There is presently no means by which to shut off this release. The unit is set to discharge, and the control switch has been removed.
Removed? Could it be the builders were not afraid the complex would be contaminated, but were instead afraid the ecosystem would be in trouble if the contents of the vat were not discharged?
Interesting hypothesis, Captain. Difficult to do more than speculate at this time.
Okay, so now that the force field's gone, Bones can scan it.
A high-protein bacteria mixed with some sort of pheromone-style compound. I don't know what effects the pheromone would have on our physiology. I would need to take a sample back to the lab on the Enterprise to conduct a study.
Okay, he doesn't know. So now we go this way. And here we are in the medical bay.
Jim, I'm picking up some dead tissue samples. Someone has definitely been observing the Balcosi. Jim, I'm picking up traces of cells from a Balcosian. There are also traces of some designer cells. It looks like someone is playing a dangerous game with the Balcosi.
Then we use Spock's tricorder.
Captain, given the nature of the electronics inside, I can deduce that it is a synthesizer replicator unit. However, it is unlike anything used by the Federation. I am unable to determine its exact capabilities.
Then you Spock on the door. And go say hello to the Balcosian.
Internal structure hidden by force field effects. The uncovered areas consist of a pair of unknown vents and a solid inclined drop chute.
Just give it a minute.
The Balcosian system shows heightened stress and metabolic activities.
Nothing unusual about that object.
The Balcosian system They look peaceful enough, Jim.
Well, maybe we'll see a Balcos.
We should be able to gain value.
The creature looks at you quickly.
Captain, I will attempt to restrain the Balcosian when he stops to eat. nerve bundle seemed quite thick. My assumption is that the Balcosian is unharmed, but will remain unconscious for a considerable time.
Jim, I'd like to take him to the medical examination room next door. I want to know what that gas is doing to him.
Not a bad idea, Bones.
Okay.
My God, look at these readings. Everything's elevated. Small wonder that the Balcosi are in turmoil. Every aggression-related hormone in this guy's body is working overtime.
What's causing it, Bones?
That little hiss of air was loaded with pheromones, Jim. The creature inhaled them and immediately went into overload.
This must happen at random intervals when they collect the food.
I hate to sound like Spock, but there's more, and it's pretty fascinating. Also horrifying. The pheromone is perfectly tuned to the Balcosian physiology. It's like somebody genetically engineered both.
Didn't the Demeter report say there weren't enough records showing the Balcosian presence on the planet? Could they have been put here on purpose?
It is possible we have stumbled in on an experiment, Captain.
With the subjects being treated like rats, it's criminal, Jim. These can be thinking beings.
I'm not certain it is the Balcosi that are the subjects, Bone. I think it is us.
Interesting hypothesis, Captain. What is your supporting data?
It's the way all of this is set up, Spock. I can't put my finger on it, but it just feels so set up. We keep finding out just enough to make choices. The real question is who? Who's doing this to us?
And to what purpose, Captain? Why?
Why indeed, Spock. Why indeed.
Okay, so now...
I don't think so.
No.
The medical table is too small. If I nerve pinched the doctor, I would have no convenient place to put him.
Okay, so then we go back this way. Probably should have gone the other way. But I think this will work out either way. I end up in the same place.
This thing's full of bacteria, a fast-growing one at that. Hey, Spock, get over here and tell me what all this other mechanical nonsense means.
This is a food-producing unit, Captain. There's a fast-growing bacteria inside. The bacteria is continually being harvested, and units of food are being produced and carried elsewhere by that large pipe. The small pipe next to it carries the byproducts.
That seems simple.
There's much more, Captain.
Well, I'm surprised.
Any breaks in any of the pipes will send a release signal to the discharge unit, as will interruption of power to the food-producing unit. Any tampering will send the bacteria into the atmosphere.
Okay, so now... Alright, we'll scan the life support system.
Captain, this is the life support control unit. Readings indicate that these units are processing waste products into inert compounds.
Then medical tricorder.
Those tubes contain some nasty carcinogens, Jim. I wouldn't want to break any of them.
Okay, so now the switch.
Assuming the appropriate signal is received, this unit can be shut down safely. The shutdown signal does not originate here.
Up. Alright, I already did. Oh, I did that. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay, so now Spock can tell me what this is.
Captain, this appears to be a mass storage device. The tricorder cannot tell what information it holds. Captain, there's a small display active. It appears that this device is a memory unit, an archive. Most amazing. The information is in volatile memory. If power were lost to this device, all information contained within would be lost. An odd way to create an archive.
What is in the archive?
The displays indicate it contains a vast amount of data on three-dimensional projection. Circuitry diagrams, equipment construction techniques. Essentially, everything needed to project lifelike images in great detail inside of a structure. Starfleet does not have this level of technology. This would be a major find for the Federation.
Then I'd think that gathering that data would be a very good thing to do, Mr. Spock.
Very well, Captain. Captain, the display indicates that the best view of the projection will be from the south side of the room.
Well, gentlemen?
Anyone got popcorn?
Bones.
Wait, what? Alright, scanning Kirk, Spock, and McCoy.
Impressive, Spock.
Captain, I'm not responsible for that occurrence. However, I did discover that accessing the memory will not only trigger the shutdown of this unit, it will also send a signal to another device, most likely one somewhere in this complex. Damaging the unit will also initiate shutdown and signal transmission.
There's no way around it?
None, Captain.
What is this, some kind of idiotic test? Don't fool with that, Spock. You'll poison this planet and make these inhabitants permanently aggressive.
Doctor, you do not know for certain that whoever placed the Balcosi here did not intend for that to happen. The aggressiveness may be what they need to develop further. And the information in the archive is a reward for sending the Balcosi into the next stage of their development.
You just want to get your Vulcan fingers on that precious scientific information. More like 30 pieces of silver for condemning the Balcosi to the lives of violence. Jim, you can't let this unfeeling monster do this to the Balcosi.
Do you wish me to continue attempting to access the archive, Captain?
Yes, Spock. That information could be... Let's hold off until we get a little more... Yes, Spock. Let's hold off until we get a little more information.
I think it's time for me to get a little more information. Because I have to scroll down on the page, which means I have to alt-tab, which means the whole game kind of like minimizes and stuff. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I need to use the green card, which is the circuit board thingy, on the column.
This generator may be providing power for more than just this complex. It is broadcasting power, which is causing the interference in communications with the Enterprise. I cannot tell for certain if there are receiving units for this power, because some of the readout circuits are damaged. Fascinating.
What is fascinating this time, Spock? I doubt it's fascinating to either Bones or myself, but I'm sure that won't stop you from telling us. What is fascinating this time, Spock?
You tell him, Jim. I'm getting sick of this alien smarter-than-thou attitude.
If either of you had an ounce of logic, you would be more prepared to listen to my information. and possibly even understand it.
Bordering on insubordination, aren't we, Mr. Spock?
I always knew that no emotion garbage was just a cover.
Wait,
He
but I
thinks
chose
he should
option
be in
one.
charge.
Mr. Spock, I'll have those findings from you right now.
Captain, it appears the circuit was deliberately damaged. This would only be possible if the force field were down. Who would damage their own machinery? And for what purpose?
More and more curious, Mr. Spock.
Also, Captain, I am able to determine that if power is interrupted rather than shut down from this console, it will send a signal to that effect. The signal will trigger some other event. I do not know what the event will be. The readout is now fully functional. There are other locations on this planet receiving power from this generator. Most peculiar, the locations of these units are not in the database.
And you think they should be?
It would be logical, Captain. But removing the circuit that controls the on and off functions of this device would also be illogical.
Are you trying to tell me that's what happened here?
Exactly, Captain. Until that repair is made, it would be impossible to execute a proper shutdown procedure.
And then I have to use the cables on the column.
The repair is complete, Captain. It would now be possible to safely shut this machine down. However, doing so would certainly affect all the other equipment in this complex.
Then we use Spock on
Captain,
the
do you
column.
wish me to start the shutdown sequence on the generator?
Let's hold off on shut it down, Spock.
Well, that ends that threat. Balcosi can rest peacefully tonight and from now on.
It is still a trying time in their development, Doctor.
Think of it as an adventure, Spock. Scotty, 3 to beam up.
Okay, so I can't actually see like what it did. Man, this is loud.
Captain, the power source has completed its shutdown cycle. There is no trace of the bacteria or pheromone in the atmosphere. It would appear the Balcosi are free to choose their own future.
Good to hear, Spock. I know losing a find like that archive has to hurt.
That would be an emotional response.
Of course it would. How silly of me.
Captain, there are 2 signals being broadcast from the planet. The first is another burst following the same path as the original broadcast. The other signal emanates from nearby the first. It's aimed at us, Captain. Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Interesting report, Jim. I think you were right to release the Balcosi from outside influence. Too bad you couldn't retrieve the archive. No one at Starfleet has any idea who is behind all this, or what the testing message was all about. Keep us informed as you find out more. I've got confidence in you, Jim.
I've reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain, and have a few comments. I am very pleased with your performance. It was a perfect mission, Jim. Your reputation
Because I used
as
the water.
Starfleet's best
I'm gonna sound
starship
okay.
captain is secure. Kane out.
I was gonna celebrate because it was perfect, but I literally used the walkthrough the whole time. And it still took about 30 minutes.
Captain's log, stardate 6236.5. Following our mission to Balcos, the Enterprise is proceeding to Omega Corvus to probe radiation clouds. We are expecting an uneventful mission.
Message from Starfleet Command.
On screen.
This is a Code 2 emergency, Captain. 3 Federation ships have vanished in the Delphi system within the last month. 3 days ago, we lost contact with the USS Zimbabwe. You are to go to the Delphi system and find out what's happened to our ships. Starfleet out.
Well then, isn't that interesting?
Save new game. Replace.
Now, normally, I'd be like, see ya, but I've done half a mission, so I might as well do the first one. So first, what we're gonna do...
Raising shields.
So I need to go... Yeah... Ships have disappeared, I want shields up.
Captain, at our current speed of warp 7, I expect to enter the Delphi system in 8 minutes.
Captain, I just started getting the oddest noise on all channels. It sounds like some sort of insect drone.
Let's hear it, Lieutenant.
An object is approaching the Enterprise.
On screen.
Huh?
Mr. Spock, Is that what I think it is?
Sensors indicate that it is an
That
authentic
is really
Earth
loud.
warplane, circa 1917, belonging to the nation of Germany. Its appearance is identical to a Fokker DR-1. Sensors also indicate an immense power source and one life form.
We are being hailed.
This is Baron Trelane von Gothas of the German Air Circus. I have identified you as an enemy aircraft. You have 10 seconds to surrender before I blow you out of the sky.
Trelane, but I thought we'd seen the last of you. Stop playing games, Trelane. Leave my ship alone. We surrender. Trelane, triplanes didn't have radios during the First World War.
Captain Kirk, that is not the way for mortal enemies to greet each other on the field of battle. Of course you hadn't seen the last of me. I am Trelane, the humble Baron of Gothas.
Humility is not something that I would associate with you, Trelane. I suppose we're going to get another tantrum from a runaway child with too much power for his own good.
Now I remember Trelane is one of those I can't remember what race it was, but it was like basically a child in a god's body.
Mortal enemies? When are you going to grow up, Trelane?
Not for several millennia, I'm afraid. Of course, the
And
Baron
he
von
challenged
Gothas
Kirk
does
to
not
like a
have
hunt.
to aspire to such lofty heights to defeat his latest victim.
You were responsible for what happened to the Zimbabwe? We'll see who the victim will be, Trelane. No matter how powerful you are, your arrogance and your immaturity will always be your downfall. Why don't you aspire to lofty heights and leave us alone? You were responsible for what happened to the Zimbabwe?
Was that one of the valiant pilots who is now confined in my dungeon? Perhaps you wish to
God,
join
this is gonna be
me.
horrible.
Sensors indicate he is closing on us. I would extrapolate that he intends to fire us.
Raise shields, evasive maneuvers.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons. Aye, sir. Target analysis on.
Okay, so his forward shields are failing. forward shields are not doing well either.
Target analysis on.
Oh, this little thing is annoying. It's so small. Oh no, he's behind me. Go this way, then go this way. And then... where is he? Where is he? Where? Come on.
Shields repaired, Captain.
Oh good, shields are happy. There you are.
Aye, sir.
Got it.
Got it.
Don't celebrate too soon, Mr. Chekhov. Trelane is like a bad penny. He keeps turning up where he's not wanted.
The triplane has reformed.
It is hailing us again, sir.
Kirk, you cheated! You cheated!
I beat you fair and square, Trelane. Now leave my ship alone. Don't be such a poor loser, Trelane. Your quarrel is with me, Trelane, not my ship. If you're going to punish anyone, punish me.
Oh, You will be punished, Captain. I shall show you and your closest officers that cheaters never prosper.
I have a security
We
guard
have
with
been
me.
unconscious for a considerable length of time, Captain. This is Lieutenant Commander Ellis, First Officer and Security Chief of the USS Zimbabwe.
Hello, Mr. Ellis. Where is your captain?
He was in sickbay at the time that triplane attacked us. I don't know what's going on.
What is going on, Commander, is a gentleman named Trelane, an immature child of a race with vast powers. Somehow he acquired an unhealthy fascination with human military history. Last time we encountered him, he had an interest in the Napoleonic era.
It would appear, Captain, that his awareness of human history has advanced to the level of your First World War.
If it advances any further.
Not only do we need to escape this place, but we need to find a way to discourage Trelane's interest in war once and for all.
How did you escape from him last time, Captain?
His parents appeared and punished him. I doubt that we can rely on such an intervention a second time.
Well, now that I've
Save new
beaten
place
him,
preview.
save it. Do I have everything.
The tricorder detects nothing unusual. It would appear to be an ordinary crate, Captain.
Of course it's a crate. It looks like a crate, feels like a crate. What else could it be?
Doctor, we are dealing with an entity who is capable of sustaining an artificial atmosphere on a planet and then flying that planet around the universe like a starship.
Spock's right, Bones. When we're dealing with Trelane, we need all the information that we can get. Something that looks trivial might be the key to defeating him and saving the Enterprise.
And the Zimbabwe.
These sticks were taken from a pine tree. Given their shape, I would speculate that they are used for kindling. Ordinary straw, Captain. The tricorder detects no unusual properties. A wooden barrel containing nothing. The tricorder detects no unusual properties.
So far, so not interesting.
It would appear to be an ordinary crate, Captain. It would appear to be an ordinary crate, Captain. It would appear to be an ordinary crate, Captain. It would appear to be an ordinary crate, Captain.
Okay.
Okay, take us out of here.
At least nobody's sick.
Fascinating. This appears to be an Earth domicile, late 19th or early 20th century.
Anyone have any ideas about how to get out of here?
So let me scan the door.
There is nothing unusual about the door. I am conducting a sensor sweep of the area. We appear to be about 15 meters underground. There's a single human life force stationary, approximately 6 meters from the door, and about 6 life forms in our immediate vicinity on the surface.
The crate is much too heavy to take with you. The crates are nailed shut. You are unable to open them. The crates are nailed shut. You are unable to open them. The crate is open. It is full of bottles of Himrich schnapps. The date on the bottle says 1913.
It would appear to be an ordinary crate.
No effect. You have taken several bottles of schnapps.
This registers on my tricorder as schnapps, an alcoholic beverage.
We know what schnapps is, Spock.
My apologies, Doctor.
It's organic, Jim, but it's not alive. Not as good as steel magnolia. Perhaps later. You carry it, Jim.
No thanks. We'll need all of our wits if we are to defeat Trelane.
Vulcans do not drink.
He needs to loosen his Vulcan ears a little.
I have observed numerous occasions, Doctor, where you have regretted your indulgence in alcoholic beverages.
While I'm on duty? Are you serious?
Light?
This light bulb is an anachronism. Although its light output is typical of period lighting sources, it is far more energy efficient and encased in shatterproof glass.
Trelane was never very good at getting the fine details right.
A correct observation, Doctor.
Okay, we've been here long enough. Let's try and open this door.
I can't seem to force this door open. This lock is tougher than I'd expect for this time period.
Fascinating.
You used the alcohol in the lock?
Keep it down, Schweinhund.
There is nothing unusual about the door is securely locked, Captain. I am unable to open it.
Does anyone have a safety pin?
A what? I don't think so.
It's not firing.
The phasers have been completely drained of energy.
Courtesy of our charming host, no doubt.
No doubt. Well, gentlemen, if we're going to beat Trelane, we'll have to beat him on his own terms.
Okay, so how do I get out of the door there?
The bottle bounces off the light bulb without shattering.
Keep it down, Schweinhund.
The only door in this room.
Kirk, we're going to need all of our wits if we want to survive. Put the alcohol away.
Can I pick up the sticks? I can't
You
pick up
a stick.
Can I use the stick for the alcohol?
That's no way to treat a good bottle of schnapps.
No. So let's try a stick on the door.
Keep it down, Schweinhund.
You get no response.
Well...
The communicators are functioning, Captain. If there were other Federation personnel on this planet, we would be able to communicate with them.
Provided their communicators haven't been confiscated or the persons are in any physical condition to answer.
I did not wish to state the obvious, Doctor.
Ha!
Okay, so...
Captain, I believe we need all the light we can get. It is not an advisable course of action.
Keep it down, Schwein.
How do I open the door, though?
We're supposed to use this on people. We're supposed to use this on people. Lieutenant Commander Ellis is showing heightened levels of stress.
The chain is broken. It is obvious that you cannot turn it off. You cannot reach the light bulb.
Put that stick away, Jim.
The logic of this action escapes me, Captain.
Is this how you treat security officers on the Enterprise?
Are you trying to speak softly, Jim?
Now is not the time to go to sleep.
The barrel's full of holes, Captain. It's useless.
The crates are nailed shut.
Once again, I'm stuck.
The chain is broken.
The door is securely locked, Captain.
Does anyone have a safety pin?
A what? I don't think so.
Or have his alcohol on a stick.
The floor is not very clean, especially when the walls of this room look. The walls of this room. The walls of this. The walls of. The walls of this. The walls of this. The only door in this room.
I'm very confused. Wait, do I use the stick on
Captain,
the
the crate is nailed shut. The stick is singularly unsuited for use as a pry bar.
Never mind.
Jim, you've already opened the crate. Why do you need to use the stick? Put that stick away, Jim.
No effect. No effect. No effect.
I don't think we'll need it, and we could probably get it somewhere else if we did.
The barrel is rather bulky. We should only take what we need to defeat Trelane.
Keep it down, Schweinhund.
I'm at a complete loss. Absolute complete loss. Unless...
Kirk, we're going to need all of our wits.
You cover the straw with schnapps.
Now what?
What's going on here?
We should leave this building immediately. The proximity of this fire to a large concentration of alcohol puts us at considerable risk.
I thought that was my job.
The building is structurally sound, Captain. I doubt that it would collapse, but as a precaution, I would not enter it again.
But where are we, Mr. Spock?
Isn't it obvious? In trouble.
Do you have a problem, Mr. Ellis?
Yes, sir, I have a problem. His name was...
The Baron does not appreciate vagrants.
Why that?
I'm the closest one to him. You keep an eye out for any of his friends.
Having fun, Jim?
Oh, there's a girl over there.
That should fix the hip problem. You should rest. Thank goodness Trelane didn't take the tranquilizers from my med kit. He'd probably be too tired to talk much.
Thank you for helping me. If only I had something to repay you.
You could tell us where we are.
You are the American pilot, Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Kirk, the leader of the famous Enterprise Squadron.
Lieutenant Colonel
Jimmy?
Enterprise Squadron?
I suppose I should tell you nothing, but as it looks as though the war will soon be over, I can tell you that this is the village of Gothos.
What war is this?
The Great War. The one that has lasted for 4 damned years and has killed millions. I never thought that it was possible for so many young people to die for such a worthless cause.
I believe he refers to the first of your world wars.
Could you answer an important question for me, sir? What year is this? Where's Trelane? What else has happened? What year is this?
You must have been held prisoner for a long time, Colonel. It's October 16th, 1918.
Fascinating.
You get no response. You get no response. This seems pointless. A quaint little pub, reminiscent of This seems
I am so tired.
I didn't join Starfleet to play at being a galactic tourist.
This strikes me as something of a Potemkin village, Captain. It lacks the scope to be truly real.
A creation of Trelane's, no doubt. One of his imitations of reality.
Undoubtedly, Captain, there is a high probability that it will be an extremely deadly place.
Not a bad place to visit, but I can't say I like some of the natives. All right, Commander, you were about to tell us why you're being so hostile. Let's hear your story.
Does the name Lieutenant Ralph Garvin sound familiar to you? He was my roommate at the academy and was killed by some blood-sucking cloud while on a landing party under your command.
Space is not the safest of environments. I've always done my best to protect my crew, and I've always honored anyone who has lost their life under my command.
The Enterprise is routinely assigned to unknown and extremely dangerous sectors.
I have always made it a policy to lead landing parties and share the risk with my... I suppose you've never lost someone under your command, Commander. When you become a captain of a starship, you'll have every right to judgment. I have always made it a policy to lead landing parties and share the risk with my men.
Captain, if I see you do anything that puts us or our escape at risk, you'll regret it.
I'm not interested in vendettas. I'm interested in survival. If you have a problem with me, you can wait until everyone's safe. Is that clear, Commander?
Yes, sir.
Great.
You know the Baron's orders are that you are to be served in the armory. You are not to enter this establishment.
Everyone knows, Fraulein, that the Baron's orders were never meant to be taken seriously. Even by him.
Looks like trouble.
Excuse me, but if the lady wants you out, then you should get... Would you like to step outside? Hello, soldier. Wouldn't you look good with beer on your face? Excuse me, but if the lady wants you out, then you should get out.
Here we go. Here we go. There's always one woman. There was no woman in the 20th anniversary, but yeah, Kirk's gonna get a woman.
I won't have trouble in my place. Get out. I will be bringing beer to the armory later tonight anyway.
I don't know who you are, but we had better not meet again.
Nice guy.
Well, Miss Gernsback, you seem to run a very efficient place.
Thank you, Colonel. Unfortunately, the war does not lend itself to efficiency. What do you wish to talk about?
Why are you calling me a colonel? What's going on with the war? You said that the war led to a lack of efficiency. What do you know about Trelane? Why do these soldiers bother you? Why are you calling me a colonel?
I know who you are. Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Kirk, leader of the famed United States Enterprise Squadron that has shot down so many of our pilots, along with Major Spock and Captain Leo McCoy.
Captain McCoy?
Leo?
Excuse me, Gretel, could you answer a question or two for me?
I will try, Colonel.
What's going on with the war?
It has not been going well of late, though we are told that Kaiser Wilhelm will never surrender. I doubt the war will last more than 2 months.
What is the date?
You have been held prisoner for a long time. It is October 16th, 1918. I'm glad it's coming to an end. I've lost so many friends. I've never felt so alone.
You said that the war led to a lack of efficiency. What are you talking about?
The soldiers are little more than animals. They do as they please because the Baron protects them. I must deliver kegs of beer for them every night. It keeps them from having to leave the armory. I'm glad it's coming to an end.
What do you know about Trelane?
I know the Baron despises you and has vowed to kill you if you should ever meet again. Take my advice. Flee Garthos and never return.
And how does one flee Garthos?
I do not know, else I would have left long ago. The village of Garthos seems to ensnare anyone who comes here. You see, I really work for the French government. I'm a spy. I'm glad it's coming to an end.
Spy? Why do these soldiers bother you? Spy?
I have been here for 2 years. The Western Front is very close, and I send information to France. I'm glad it's coming to an end.
Why do these soldiers bother you?
The soldiers are little more than animals. They do as they please because a band protects them. I'm glad it's coming.
Alone, Trelane?
Perhaps someday, when you have defeated your enemy, and this war is finally over,
I skipped something I should have
you would come
skipped.
and visit me. I would enjoy spending better times with you.
Perhaps, Trelane. Excuse me, Gretel, could you...
I will try, Colonel.
How's the spy business?
Shh. Please mention that as little as possible.
Rudolf Uland, owner of the shop outside. What seems to be the problem?
What do you think about the war, Harold? What can you tell me? What do you think about the war?
Schiller would have us believe that Germany is doomed. But I have more faith in our great soldiers than that. Victory shall be ours.
I saw how you handled that foolish brute outside. Quite impressive. I am Schiller, superintendent of the local schools. How may I help you?
What do you think of the war? What can you tell me about? What do you think?
Horrible business. When it started, I thought it would be good for Germany, but it soon became a mess. I hope it will be over soon. If we can settle this thing without harsh negotiations, we can get back to being a civilized nation once again.
I recommend finding out as much as we can about Trelane.
He's an immature maniac with immense powers. Now, what else do we need to know about him, Spock?
Knowledge of his current activities would be an asset, Doctor.
With an egotist like Trelane, I doubt we'll have to do too much investigating. He'll let us know what he's planning.
Foreknowledge, Doctor, is preferable to surprise.
Herr Kirk, though my position as school superintendent keeps me busy, I'm always glad to help you.
What can you tell me about Trelane?
A flamboyant man, and the greatest pilot in Germany. If only his soldiers weren't such rabble.
Herr Kirk, what is it this time?
What can you tell me about Trelane?
The perfect German. If anyone can turn this war around, it's him.
You're such a sycophant, Rudolph.
Right. That's enough chit-chat. Let's get to scanning.
Nothing unusual about these steins. The tricorder indicates that these are ordinary beer kegs. The tricorder detects no unusual properties.
Except for its unusual ugliness, Spock.
My father painted that.
It's a very nice painting.
Come to think about it, it's very, interesting.
My tricorder indicates 3 people in the immediate vicinity. The sabers are really made from tin, Captain. They are decorative, not functional. An ordinary chandelier, or Trelane's facsimile of one.
I didn't know your good luck was only temporary. I'd be quite annoyed. Mr. Full House is complaining. If his hands were any more indecent, he would be arrested.
With the Baron's soldiers, he might be arrested even if his hands were decent. I can't complete a straight to save my life.
Or your fortune.
Okay, this is clearly gonna be some RNG stuff. So rather differently, we're gonna do something different. Something I haven't done for a bit.
Yes, quit the game.
We're gonna call it about halfway through. Because it's been about an hour for me. I'm enjoying it. And I didn't realize that Trelane would come back. It took me a minute to realize who he was. I'm like, hang on, am I Trelane? I know this I know this person. I know this name. I watched the original series, I think maybe 6 months ago. The whole series. So I was like, Trelane, I knew this name from somewhere. Then I figured it out. I'm like, oh, it's that guy. The alien in the body, the child in the body of God. That's obsessed with Kirk and war and fighting and winning. But I didn't seem to be in the game. But I mean, the previous game, 25th anniversary, it had mod. So mod was annoying. Trelane or mod? Honestly, you'd pick mod every day. You deal with mod every day if it meant not dealing with Trelane. Just because Trelane is, while they're both unpredictable, Trelane has the powers of God. And that's very hard to deal with. But I'm enjoying it, I'm having fun. It is a shame that I had to use a warp for the basically the entire second chapter. But my brain is very small. I have small brain. It's not just gamer brain, it's also tired brain. But anyways, I hope you're enjoying it. Hope it's interesting. It is unfortunate that I've just not been able to complete it, but it seems like... Sorry, really tired. It seems like it's gonna be a lot of gambling. Like, I'm gonna end up having to play cards, and then... I mean, I'm just as bad at cards as I am as bad. I can't even... Yeah, as bad as talking at the moment. I can't even speak properly anymore. I'm as bad at cards as I am at science. That's what I was trying to say. So we'll see how it goes next time. I hope it's enjoyable. I hope it's been fun. I have decided after this one is going to be Hidden Evil. I might as well just keep the Star Trek rolling, because people seem to enjoy it. There is what it says, 3, 4, maybe 5 Star Trek games after Hidden Evil that I own. Obviously there is a lot more. In fact, there's a few Deep Space Nine games, and I don't own all of them, so I've never played all of them, and they're not on Steam or anything like that that I've had a look at. I did notice while talking about Steam, I did notice there's some new Star Trek games coming through, which is crazy. There's one where it's VR. Unfortunately, I do not have a VR headset. And if I did, I wouldn't be able to use this VTuber avatar because it doesn't see your face because you wear a headset. But there's a VR game where you're a Vulcan on a ship and that's been corrupted by some kind of alien virus, and you're getting corrupted by an alien virus. It's basically first-person horror. It's basically Resident Evil 7, honestly. I don't have a VR headset, so I don't know if it's going to be available without VR. If you can play it without VR, that would be cool. I would try it. And then there's also another one where you're basically USS Voyager. You're traveling around the Delta Quadrant as the USS Voyager, fighting the Borg, making different decisions and stuff like that. It looks interesting, but with a lot of Star Trek games, looking interesting doesn't mean good. So it comes down to what the gameplay is like and all that kind of stuff. I don't know when it's getting released. It's just wishlistable. You can wish list it on Steam. But I don't know when it's been released. I haven't actually looked into it fully. But that could be very interesting. There's also 2 games I have that have Star Trek mods. So that could be interesting, but it could be incredibly boring because they're not the kind of games that I normally commentate on. You normally just sit there and you just play and you go, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then the game just kind of plays itself. You're just like, oh, I'll just go over here and deal with that. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this on the side, watch YouTube, all that kind of stuff. So it's not really like a full-on action-packed game for the base game. The mods make it look Star Trek, which is cool. But it's not super engaging, I want to say. That's going to be the word that I'll use, engaging. But who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Maybe one day I will play them. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But if you're enjoying the Star Trek series, definitely give it a like, give it a comment, subscribe, because there will be more Star Trek content coming. I am still on the fence on Star Trek Online. Yes, it's basically infinite content, because it's basically a space MMORPG, right? But there are so many things that I personally dislike about Star Trek Online. I don't know if I will enjoy playing it. And you know, you don't want to watch videos of people being like, oh my god, why am I still playing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I suffering? So I can be just, oh, this game sucks. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, there's a difference between being like, I don't want to do this anymore, and man, this thing is frustrating me to no end, and I want to go home. Like, if you don't want to do it in the first place, then, you know, it's a totally different vibe. Compared to, like, when you're enjoying the game and then you just get to a point where you're just struggling and struggling over and over and over again. So, I don't know. I'm still on the fence on Star Trek Online. Man, I'm so tired. But yeah, there will be lots more Star Trek content coming. As well as some other things as well that I'm going to be working on. I haven't decided what, as in what comes after Hidden Evil. I've literally got a list of 12 different things that I want to do, but I haven't decided the order yet. All I've locked in is Hidden Evil after this one. So we'll see where the future goes. We'll see where the road goes. What the future holds. You know, all those cliche future things. Anyway, that's enough rambling and ranting from me. As always, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!